Hey guys, today is page 14. We're going to work on this tag, and this is the same size tag we did earlier, except we did a manila tag, and on the manila tag I cut it shorter because I didn't want it sticking so far out of my book. But because we're having a problem with our book anyway, and we're going to have to redo some things to make all this stuff work, I'm just going to leave it the length it is because I want it to work with it full length. I've already added the holes. I will have to re-punch them though because I'm going to cover the tag with paper. I have this scrapbook paper out, and I'm just going to cover the back of my tag with it and then turn it over and work on the front. So I'm just going to glue this down real quick. Alright, I've got my paper on. I added my holes back in and added the hole back at the top, and I'm going to go ahead and distress around the edges. I'm going to use Distress Ink Walnut Stain by Ranger, Tim Holtz product, and just give a little distress around the edge. And as soon as I finish that, we'll come back and we'll do the next step. Okay, this is the back side, so I'm not real concerned with doing a lot to it. I think today's going to be pretty simple anyway. So I have one of these little pieces of ephemera that came in, I don't know what. So I want to use it. It is a Valentine's Day ephemera, but like I said, you don't have to make this Valentine's Day. Most of my book does not center around Valentine's Day. It's just hearts, but I am going to put this on the back because I think it's cute. I like it, but I want to distress around the edges of this also. And the other thing I'm going to use is I've made in the past, a long time ago, and it was probably in a video during the 100-day project as well, some embellishments with washi tape, some birds and some hearts. I'm not sure which one I did during the 100 days, but I have some hearts here, and so I'm going to distress around that too. And the way you make this is just put down your washi tape on, I think this is index, yeah, it's an index card, and then take a stencil or freehand draw on the back of your card and then just cut out your shapes. And that way you use up some of your washi tape and have some cute embellishments. Got a hole punched in the top, and I've got a little piece of ribbon here that was in my scrap box. It's just pink, and I'm going to put that through the hole. Get this ready because I'm going to use it. Okay, and I also have from my scrap box, my fabric scrap box, piece of trim here. So I want to put this down here somewhere. And I want to put my heart like right there maybe, and then I want to put my trim down across the top. Okay. That way, when we finish this side and turn it over, it's just something pretty to look at. And that's all I'm going to do to the back side. For the front side, I was going to cover the front and make a little pocket on the front. And I kind of changed my mind because I was looking through my scraps and I found this little scrap here and this here. It just looks so pretty together. And I had this paper out when I pulled out this paper that we used on the other side. And I really like the hearts. I really like this heart especially. So I thought I would cut out one of these hearts. And maybe we'll do a heart flower. We haven't done a heart flower yet. We've done heart leaves, but not a heart flower. And that has to happen. So I was thinking that this would be really pretty on here. This could be the leaves. And I like the brown backing, but we need a little something down there before we put all this down. So I'm going to get a couple of stencils, maybe one stencil, maybe two. Some white paint or gesso, white gesso, and some pink paint, I think, and do a little stenciling on here. Alright, because I didn't know I was going to do this in advance, I've already gone ahead and put something on the back here that's a little lumpy, so we might have a little trouble with our stenciling, and I'm just going to go with it. I really had a different thought in my mind when I started this, but I changed gears. So the first stencil I want to use is a Balzer Designs, and it's called Mini Stick Flowers, and it looks like this. And I'm going to go ahead and do the whole tag in white gesso with this stencil. That's what it looks like so far. So I'm going to finish this and then I'll be back. Okay, here's my tag. And the next stencil is also a Balzer Designs, and it is mini cursive alphabet. I just wanted a little bit of pink, like alphabet writing on there. Here's my tag, and I did dry it. I like it. I think it's cute. And I've got my little heart here. I'm going to cut my heart out, and then I'm going to take my green scrap of paper here. I'm going to go ahead and make some leaves, and then I'll be back. Alright, here's what I did. I took this strip that I showed you at the beginning, and I distressed the edges, and it was too straight on one side for me, so I just took my scissors and opened it up and distressed it a little bit. You can use a distressing tool if you've got one. And then I cut out some leaves, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this down on my page. I've got this little piece left over of my stem, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it down here on my tag right there. Two little places sideways. I left a little room down here because I'm thinking about putting something down here. Okay, so everything's glued down. Now I'm going to look for something to put down here. Alrighty, I was looking around and I kept being drawn back to yesterday's drop paper. If you remember the paper I had on my table here, before I put this one down, I got it too goopy with paint while we were working, so I took it off the table. And so this one it was sitting back behind me, so I thought, you know, I really like this area here, and I'm wondering if I can get it to do something down at the bottom for me. It doesn't go at all with what I've done here. Maybe that's why I like it so much. I don't know. But I'm going to try. So what I'm going to do is take this here, and I'm going to cut around it as close as I can up top, and then I'm going to cut straight across the bottom. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do. Just cut this scribbly little stuff out where I put extra paint. Alright, this is what I've got so far. I didn't cut my bottom yet. I'm going to just test it and see if I like it. I really like that down there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue this down, then I'm going to trim my edges, and I'm going to trim across the bottom. Alright, I've got that down, and I really like that. And then I had these two little pieces left over from cutting off the edges. So I'm going to put those down as well. I'm going to put one right here. And this one right there. That's kind of interesting there. Let's just do that. Alright, so I also have these little pieces in here left. I really am drawn to these circles. I was thinking of putting one in the heart. So I'm going to cut this one out and test it and see if I like it. Okay, I pulled this little piece off because I just wasn't feeling it after I put this one down. I'm thinking of putting that there, and this one wasn't needed after that. So it's either going to go offset or in the heart. Let's put this down here. Use it somewhere else later. I'm going to put it right there. Alright, now I want to take my black Stabilo All pencil. I'm going to trace around the heart and the stem and the leaves, and then I'm going to take a brush, a little brush with a little bit of water on it, and activate the charcoal and bring out the heart and leaves. Okay, I found a little scrap of ribbon that I tied at the top in my hole on my tag, and I had also found this and I was going to use that, and then I decided I had enough of that color, and then I was going to put them together, and I decided I didn't like that, so I just used the little piece of gold-ish color. It kind of brings out the gold in the heart. And then I was looking through my words and I thought I would use some words on here. So I was looking through here and I saw the be bold, be brave. And I thought, you know, I need that today. So those are the words I'm going to use. Be brave, be bold. Actually, is the way it reads. Be brave, be bold. So that's what I'm going to put on my heart. And I am going to put a little glue down just to make sure they stick. I'll put it right here. Be brave, be bold. And I want to distress that a little bit. So the distress dauber that I had out earlier, it probably has enough left on it. I'm just going to go ahead and go over it, and it does. I'm not in the mood to put pencil on, but I am thinking I want some black pen. Maybe some Posca pen. It might mess it up. Let me see what it looks like in pencil. I'm going to use pencil anyway. Be brave. Be bold. I kind of want to put it in the Posca pen. Let's just try. Yep. Glad I did it. Okay. I think that's all I'm going to do today. I think we're going to call this done. Alright guys, thanks for being here for page number 14, and I'll see you on the next video for page 15. And happy Valentine's Day too. Bye-bye.